Hello, guys. I'm going to wait for a few minutes for everyone to come in. Hello to everyone. It's Dr. Kellie, Diane. I am back. Let me just turn off my devices here. Wait for a couple people to join us since we are live. Welcome. I'm going to start in just a few moments. For those of you who are joining me, I will be starting. JC, hi, good evening. Thank you for joining me. So I will go live. Can you hear me okay? Does it sound good? How is the sound? I'm hoping that the sound is good. Let me know if you guys can hear me on here. Give me a thumbs up if the sound is good. I think, okay, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay. So, all right, we're going to wait a few moments for you guys to join me for this live session where we're going to be doing and talking about taking a deep dive. Hi, Rochelle. We're going to take a deep dive today into how to heal from toxic relationships. So, this is going to be a very authentic session, guys. Okay, nothing scripted. I don't do perfection. I don't do scripted subjects. But what I wanted to do was to have this conversation because I did have someone who reached out to me and asked me how would they, what is the beginning steps? How do I heal from toxic relationships? Though I have within my videos, I have posted a video on that. If you guys want to go back and watch that. But first of all, for those of you who are joining, welcome. It is a little bit after 7, so I wanted to go ahead and start on time because my time is pretty limited today. But I did want to come in and check in and say hello to everyone. Thank you so much for those of you who have subscribed and who have shared my videos, and those of you who have commented, as I said before. Below, the comments are really helping people, guys. So please continue to comment beneath the videos and let them know that, let the village know that they aren't alone in this process. So I wanted to say thank you once again. And if you have not had the opportunity, of course, please like, share, and subscribe. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. I have gotten a lot of subscribers in the last couple of days. So I'm super excited about that the message is getting out and that people are getting healed and that people are listening and that people are really at a point in their life where they just really want to take their power back. So what we want to talk about is a very delicate subject. Let's talk about taking our power back. Okay. So one of the questions that people often ask after coming out of a relationship, be it a narcissist or a toxic relationship, is how do I begin to heal? As you guys know, I'm very transparent about my journey and how I've been through the process myself. And so therefore I'm talking to you guys from experience, not just book knowledge. I'm talking to you from experience. And so what I wanted to do was share with you guys probably 3 tips tonight about how you can begin to heal and maybe some of my process of what I did. Of course, I wouldn't tell you anything that I didn't do, but I'm going to share some things with you tonight on how to begin to heal. As you know, those of us who have survived these relationships, we come out very wounded, right? Especially if it's a narcissist, we come out very, 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 very wounded, very confused. It's like we got hit by a truck. It's like, you don't see it coming, and next thing you know, you're just here, you're just existing, and you have all this pain, and you don't know what to do with it, and you don't know where to go next, and you don't know where to turn, you don't know who to turn to, because throughout the relationship, you were already turning to various people, right? And doing various things, and it just wasn't working. We just ended up right back where we started. And so the reason why I decided to do this video is because I want you guys to be able to move forward in great energy and know that you absolutely can do it. I'm a witness that you can do it and that you can move through the process and get your power back. Because at the end of the day, that's what you want to do. You want to empower yourself. You do not ever want to give that amount of power to anyone, right? So that's the reason why I'm gonna kind of venture off and do more of healing videos, because we've already talked about what the narcissist is, what his whole plan looks like, the effects of being with a narcissist, um, how destructive their behavior is, and how it affects us. So let's talk a little bit about healing. Um, and guys, if you have any questions below, I can see the chat, so you can put the questions below, and I'll try to answer them, if I possibly can, if I know the answer. If not, we'll figure it out. But so the first thing I want to talk about when you are trying to heal and get over a toxic or a narcissistic relationship. Now, this could be an intimate relationship, or it could be a friendship. Um, it could be a familiar friendship. In other words, it could be within your family as well. And you're trying to get past that betrayal aspect of the relationship or friendship. And this is true for males or females. So, it's not gender specific, but because I'm a women's empowerment coach, I speak to the women. And so, therefore, I'm going to be speaking using the term of the female. So, the first thing you would like to do, first of all, what I would like for you to do is give yourself permission to forgive yourself. That is so very important, that you give yourself permission to forgive yourself. A lot of times, what happens is that we get into these relationships, um, and we walk away, and we walk away so broken. And we're so broken that we don't, we start to second guess what we've been through, and what we've seen, and what we've heard, and things like that. And we beat ourselves up. Well, we know the plan of the narcissist is for us to beat ourselves up. We already know that, right? Because we've talked about that. So we walk away from the relationship, and we're broken, and we're hurt, and we start to think about shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and had I done this differently, then he wouldn't have, or she wouldn't have. Or had I walked away, then this, I wouldn't be like this. Or had I not given him access to all of my financials, I wouldn't be broke. Or had I not moved in with him, I wouldn't be homeless. It is so many factors, so many things that we, depending on your situation, and you start to overthink in your mind over and over and over. Because at this point, you don't have anything but time, right? Late at night, you're sitting and you're thinking about, had I done this differently, then perhaps, right? And so while you're in the process of doing that, what happens is you're not forgiving yourself. You're spending a lot of time calling yourself names that the narcissist or the toxic person has taught you anyway, right? They put that energy on you. So you begin to believe that you are who they say you are, because that is their goal anyway, is to make you feel like you are no good, you're not worthy, you're too fat, you're too skinny, you're too ugly, you're too tall. I mean, anything they can think of to disempower you is what they're going to do to make you feel less than. Because remember, the disorder caused them to, what they want to do is make you feel less than, because they feel less than. So they're going to project that energy onto you. So when we walk away, we feel that way. We feel less than, we feel too ugly. And you may have done anything and everything that they have told you to do to make them love you more. You may have lost weight, you may have gained weight, you may have cut your hair short, because remember, they're always changing what they want, how they want to see you. So when you hit that mark, they're going to switch it anyway. So you're never, ever, 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 and I've said this before, you're never, ever going to be good enough for this person, because they live in a fantasy world, right? They're always going to triangulate you. They're always going to put you against something, whether it's another female, whether it's money, whether it's their job. They're always going to triangulate you with something to make you continue to hit a mark that one doesn't exist, and two is absolutely impossible. So I have to say that, I have to remind you of that. So when you walk away or you're discarded, they've moved on with someone else, then you start to feel bad. You start to beat yourself up, right? And then you start to remember, probably what some of your friends told you. I told you not to get with him, and I told you, and we told you, and this, that, and then it further deepens the wound, because then you feel foolish. Then you're also humiliated, because what you thought was going to work out, what you worked so hard on working out in your relationship, it didn't work out. And now everybody's looking at you like, wow, you know, what did you do? Or, what's going on? And of course, in the meanwhile, he's already went and told your family and friends that it was you, right? So then you have that to deal with. So you're beating yourself up, because you didn't go on a path that you thought, or you didn't follow your intuition, right? Remember, your intuition is the greatest thing that God has ever given us. We as women, I'm going to get back on that for a second, but we as women have one of the greatest gifts in the world. We have intuition that is so strong. I mean, we literally, as mothers, those of us who are mothers, can tell if our child stops breathing in another room. That is the greatest gift we ever had. And so when we get in these relationships and these red flags pop up and we don't follow them, we it's not a good thing. We have to follow what we know. We have to follow what we know. But so getting back to forgiveness, the first thing you need to do is forgive yourself, right? You have to forgive yourself because if not, you're going to stay stuck. You're going to stay stuck in that cycle. You're going to become depressed if you aren't already. You may develop some codependencies, and we certainly don't want you to do that. It's so many things that's going to happen. You're not going to give yourself a chance to live again. You're going to stay stuck, and you're going to get up every day, and you're probably going to be depressed. Um, you're not eventually down the road after you heal going to date again because you're stuck. And what we don't want you to do is get stuck. That's the enemy. We do not want you to get stuck. We want you to move forward. So you absolutely have to forgive yourself. You have to say, hey, I'm human. I had an experience. It happened. I got through it. And if you haven't got through it, you're going to get through it. There's always tomorrow. There's always someone out here who loves me as I am. And I don't have to change anything about my beautiful, wonderful self. I have a beautiful soul. You have to self-talk yourself. You have to remind yourself that this is not the end of your life. It was merely just a chapter, right? And it was a learning experience. I mean, understand as long as we're human, we're going to have experiences. We're going to live. Some of us are stuck where we don't want to live and we won't take the chances. But hey, I mean, you have to live. You have to live. You have to make choices. You do what you know best at the time, right? And then when you know better, you do better. Whether it's today or tomorrow or months down the road, the whole goal is to do better. Those of you who are joining me for this chat obviously want to do better, right? So you've already connected with your higher self and you already decided that this is not what you want to see for your life. Um, and you want to move forward. So the most important thing is to forgive yourself. You're not dumb. You're not stupid. You're not any of the negative things that you're telling yourself or that someone is telling you. It is certainly, absolutely, 100% not true. Do not accept that energy from anyone. Do not tell yourself that I am is very powerful. The words I am loved, I am enough, I am wonderful, I am. You're not perfect, but you want to be authentic, right? So speak positive words into your life, over your life. When you hear those little voices that says you're not good enough, and that you are just a screw up or you don't matter in this world, it's so not true. Do not listen to that. That is lower vibrational energy that's coming in to really throw you off of your wonderful path that God has designed for you. And the narcissist is very, very good at that. Rochelle said, I went no contact 5 weeks after this card. I bought a new phone, got a new number 3 months after I found out, put a tracking. Oh yes, 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 absolutely. They will absolutely put a tracking device on your phone, on your car, on your computer. They are very savvy. They're pretty tech savvy, right? So they know how to put devices on your phones and things like that. But they also know because you've been with them so long. They also know your cycle. Like they know what am I trying to say? They know what time you go different places. They know your schedule. They know your schedule. So pretty much they know what time you're going to get up, what time you go to bed, where you go to get your coffee, where you go shopping, because you spent so much time in a relationship and intimacy, right? Sharing your intimate thoughts with them. They pretended to share their intimate thoughts with you. They weren't their thoughts. It was someone else's thoughts that they adopted and then told you about it. We talked about that before, but you did. Your intention was to share your intimate thoughts with this individual, and you did, right? But what they did was they held that in the back of their mind to use against you. So they knew that that eventually it was going to come to an end, and so they knew that when it did come to an end, they had to have their ammunition. So all the things you share with them, all your intimate thoughts, all your secrets, they're definitely going to use against you. They're going to use them against you. They never cared, but they talked you, they gained your trust falsely and got you to tell them some things that probably you haven't told anyone because you thought it was your soulmate. And so what happens when we find our soulmate? We share our soul. We share our sacred space. But in the meanwhile, this person is already planning to do some really harmful things because they know eventually there's going to be a disconnect. If well, they're thinking that if there's a disconnect, I have some ammunition. So, Rochelle, for you, congratulations. You have gone no contact for a year. That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. That is the best thing. That is actually on the list too. And taking your power back, you got to go no contact. You have to go no contact. I was going to talk about that next. So one of the other things, and not specifically in this order, but I would say forgiving yourself first is the first thing. It is the first thing. You have to, because you will not move forward unless you forgive yourself. And it'll also stop you from repeating that toxic cycle. In other words, going and being in another relationship with the other type of person, right? Another type of person similar to the energy that just separated from. So you have to forgive yourself. And plus you deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve to be the best you can be, to show up for you. You know what I mean? You deserve to be your own cheerleader. If nobody cheers for you, you should cheer for yourself. Because hey, in this world, people are just not nice. So you have to show up for yourself and you have to be your own cheerleader. Um, the other thing that is so important in terms of healing and taking your power back is we have to absolutely stop getting advice from toxic people. I don't know any other way to say that than to stop, right? You were probably surrounded by people who uh wanted the relationship because they were in a toxic relationship, right? So they couldn't give you guidance, they couldn't give you leadership, but whether it's your mother, your friend, your best friends, whoever, they a lot of times people are caught in these toxic relationships. They don't even know they're toxic because that's normal for them, right? They were raised in that environment. So they repeat that cycle. They stay with that man that's cheating on them and beating on them and stealing from them. They stay in it. They married 100,000 years and then they brag about it because they don't understand that that's not healthy. That's not, um, it's just not healthy. You know what I mean? It's toxic. But then again, they probably saw someone before them repeat the same thing. So then here you come along and you decide, I don't want this. I don't see this for myself. I don't see my life like this. I don't see my ending like this. And then all of a sudden they're like, you're crazy. That's a good man. You know, you need to stick with that man because there's nothing wrong with him. He's paying your bills. So what? He slaps you around a little bit. Oh, so what? He calls you names underhandedly. So what? You know, he steals from you. So what? He hangs out all night long. He's still coming home. He's paying the bills. People will tell you that. That's a toxic individual. That is not healthy. Abuse is never okay. Cheating is never okay. You know what I mean? None of those things. Abuse can be financially, physically, mentally. It is never okay. And if you talk to the wrong people, they're going to tell you it's fine. You know, they will because that's as far people only can talk to you from their own perception. So that's fine for them, but it should not be fine for you. It's not fine for them either. But I'm just saying it's just not fine. So what you need to do is seek someone who is well versed in that area, someone who understands that that's toxic and that's not good. Someone who's going to tell you the truth. You know, a lot of times we have friends. Unfortunately, some of us want friends who only tell us what we want to hear, right? We just want them to say, "Oh, girl, it's okay. Just go ahead and hang out. You know, it's fine. I mean, hey, it's a man, right?" No, you don't need that. In order to grow and to learn, you have to be around people who have your best interest, not their best interest, but your best interest. Your best interest is to be a better you, right? To make great choices for yourself, to choose to live and not to die. If you're in a relationship like that, or friendship or anything like that, you're dying every day because they're constantly pulling from your spirit. They're constantly draining you and they're not giving anything back. And you're constantly giving, 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 giving. And that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to do that. You're going to die mentally and spiritually and sometimes physically really quickly. So you don't want to do that. Um, and I agree, all praises to the Most High. That is one thing I'm going to bring up too. So the other thing I have to say, and like I said, this is not in any specific order, but you have to connect to a higher power. Like if you have not, and I'm not talking religion, I'm talking, it depends on what you want. Maybe not religion or spirituality, but you absolutely have to connect to a higher power, a power that's much bigger than you, to pull you out of that deep dark space, because it is a deep dark space and we can't do it alone. So if that means you're praying or going to the mosque or lighting, going to the seminary, whatever works for you, you have to reach out to that source that created you, that higher source, that divine being that created you, and ask for help. Because sometimes, for honestly, that's all we have. That's all I really had. You know what I mean? I had to ask for help. you're going to need all the help you can to get away from that narcissist, because it's completely designed. That demonic energy is completely designed to destroy you. And I mean, destroy your spirit. So you have to get a higher power. You have to get back in tune, in touch with the higher power that creates you, and ask for help, like Rochelle did. I'm telling you, it really, really helps. So that's some of the things that I had written down in order to take your power back. It is a listen. It's a long journey. I'm very authentic, so I've never said that it was going to be easy. I've never told anyone in my coaching practice that it's going to be easy. You're going to need help. You're going to you're going to need to understand that it takes time. You're going to have to give yourself time, to allow yourself time, allow yourself that space to heal. Do not I do not suggest that you jump into another relationship. Absolutely not, because that's only going to make it worse, because then you're hiding behind the healing. And so the goal here is for you to heal, to move forward, to become a better you, and you're not going to find that in someone else. What you want to do is show up as the best you that you can be, with a person that's also the best him or her that they can be. That's the goal. That's what the Bible talks about when it talks about being equally yoked. You don't want to come in and with the broken wing syndrome. And the broken wing syndrome, a lot of women have. And what we do is we think we can fix everything. We get in this relationship, and this is diving deep. We as women tend to get in relationships where we are fixing these males, and it's not a good thing, because they come to us broken. They come to us in pieces, and our big heart say, oh, you know what, I can help him. I can do this and I can do that. And it's not equal. So you find yourself giving everything that you have, changing who you are, putting everything that you every part of your essence on the table for them, and they're steady drinking, 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 and then you have nothing left. You have nothing left to show for it, because at the end of the day, you can't change anybody. These people are people who need to want to change for themselves. Just like you showing up for this channel, you want to change, right? So they have to want to change for themselves. It has to be something where they've self-reflected and say, hey, this is not working. I don't want to be this person. And a narcissist is not going to do that. I'm just saying up front, they are absolutely not going to do that. It's not even in them to do it, right? Now, maybe a toxic individual, not a narcissist, but toxic, yes. Maybe they eventually will find the light and they do the changes necessary. But that's not our problem. So our problem is to connect with the person that's already done the changing, because we've already done the changing. But the narcissist is absolutely not going to change. And so we have to stop. In order to heal, we have to change our choices, guys. We have to stop picking the same type of men. Because if you look back into your history, your last 4 or 5 dating, the individual you've dated in the last so many years, they probably were all similar. They were probably similar. It's a different energy in a different body. That's all it is. I mean, it's the same energy in a different body, because you keep dating the same brokenness, right? So what you have to do is dive deep. You have to heal yourself, right? Because once you heal yourself, you will no longer start accepting the same, or continue accepting the same things that you have been accepting. And you can see it coming a mile away. You look at it and say, no, I seen that. I know what that looks like. I'm not going to settle. I'm not going to accept less. I deserve better. And I am going to get better, right? So you're going to be patient in your growth and patient in your healing. You're not going to say yes to be in a relationship, as a lot of us have been taught that we are validated based on being in a relationship or marriage. That's what a lot of us women are taught. It's not true. That does not validate us, guys. We validate us. Our inside validate us. So yes, it's okay to be single until you find that guy or female or whoever or whatever you're looking for. It's okay to do that. Your journey does not. It is not based on how soon you get married or how soon you be in a relationship. Social media will have you believe in all types of lies. Don't pay that any mind. It's okay to be single. It's okay to be in a healthy relationship. You do not have to be in a relationship where you're cussing and fussing and throwing things at each other. That is not a good look. That is social media. That is very staged, very scripted. It brings them money. It brings them likes. You have to be very careful what you feed your spirit. Okay. So basically, that's what I want to do. I want to come in live. I said 30 minutes. So I'm at 24 minutes. I'm not sure if you guys have any questions for me. But I did want to let you guys know, for those who follow me on social media, I'm on Instagram, of course, on YouTube, and also on Facebook. I am doing a book signing. April the 10th through the 17th, I'll be on the Baltimore Legend Carnival. I mean, leaving from Baltimore on the Carnival Legend on April the 10th. Book signing. Also, I have a yacht cruise actually that's sold out, and that's going to be in June. Also, June 19th through 24th, I will be doing a book signing on the Carnival Horizon, leaving out of Miami. And if you guys haven't had a chance to purchase my book, and I've put this on all of the videos. This is my best-selling book. Dr. Kellie Diane is called Soul Wounds, Evolving Past Your Pain into Your Divine Purpose. And so, of course, this is a memoir of my transparent journey. And it's going to teach you how to evolve past your pain and have a very candid conversation with you also, like we're doing tonight. And then, of course, in the book, we have the journal right here where you can journal and write down your thoughts after I ask some questions. I also have this book I wrote, and I also have this book. Okay. So I'll be doing a book signing, actually three coming up. If you guys missed the one I just did in Miami in October-ish, I think October, November-ish, I still will be doing book signings. But you can also purchase the book at Amazon. But if you want a signed book, then I will put the link below so you can order the book and I'll sign it and I will deliver it right to your front door for you. So thank you guys for joining me. For those of you who have not subscribed, as I said before, please like, share, and subscribe to the videos. Please comment below. I will try to do a live once a week um, on a subject. And if you could or would, just put down below what you would like to see me talk about. And we can address it in the next topic. And congratulations to those of you who have gone on no contact, who've taken your life back, who've taken your power back, who've gotten out of these relationships, be it whether they discarded you, or you walked away. The bottom line is you didn't go back. And so congratulations to those of you who've done that, who've decided that they wanted a better life for themselves. I really congratulate you. It is extremely hard to do. They say that a woman or a abused person go back to their abuser, I think 4 or 5 times, or quite a few times before they actually get out, if they get out, right? Some of them don't make it out. So congratulations to you who have decided to do that. Please continue to watch the videos. I remember I also do one-on-one coaching. You can go to my website, www.align-with-Dr. Kellie Diane, if you want one-on-one coaching. As I said before, this is a process that's going to require some help. So you're going to need someone to walk you through, even an accountability coach, if nothing else, to keep you accountable when you have those dark moments where you want to pick up the phone and you want to call that person because you're thinking about all the memories or the good memories that you guys have shared when you were together, but you're forgetting about all the bad memories that came prior to the good memories, because that's normally how they work, right? They always do something bad and then give you something good, hoping that you remember the good and forget the bad. So that's part of finding an accountability coach or a counselor to help hold your hand and walk you through those times when you're weak, because you're going to get weak and you want to call that person, or you want to stop, you know, ask someone else around you how they doing. That's an absolutely no. That's a part of no contact. You don't want to do that. But I am available. Yes, I do one-on-one coaching, www.align with Dr. Kellie Diane. And once again, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for, I think, over 500 subscribers that I've gotten in the last probably week or two. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. And I hope to talk to you guys soon. If you don't have any questions, then I will probably see you guys next week. All right. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.